Italian men have mustaches. They want to look like their mothers. And to be honest, I only date men with facial hair, so they don't feel mine when we're kissing. Yeah, you knew there had to be some kind of a come around to me, right? And how many Jewish people here? Wow. I give you a lot of credit because when I'm in a club or a restaurant, no Jew ever raises their hand. They're afraid the waiter will bring them the check. But in here, the alcohol is free, so go ahead, raise your hand. The perfect time. What do you call a Polish whore? A slutski. Oh, come on. You saw that coming out. So I was going to say how many people are married here, but I can tell by looking at your faces. So I'll say how many people are divorced. Yeah, you have a little glimmer of hope there. Yes, I'm divorced as well. And I'm telling you, when I think about my marriage to this guy, I'm like, why did I marry him in the first place? Because I wanted a PBA card. So in the divorce, I didn't get the cards, but I got the handcuffs, but he's kept the key. So somehow that's Freudian for me somehow. So, you know, he had, let me tell you, he used to snore. I woke up one night, he's snoring. I'm going to say to him, hey, roll over. And then suddenly he's not breathing. Oh, shit. He's got sleep apnea. Be quiet. Anyway, so seconds are ticking by. I'm like, oh, I'm spending the life insurance policy. People are going to feel sorry for me. I'm widowed. My husband died of sleep. Ah, fuck, now he breathes. He breathes. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play like I didn't know anything. You know, and I'll just be surprised one morning I'll wake up, he'll be dead. But that's not what happened. Then I said, you know, I'm not going to tell him he has sleep apnea because I want him to die in the line of duty, which means he's in his patrol car going from Krispy Kreme to Starbucks. And he falls asleep with the wheel, hits the fire hydrant. Oh my God, another NYPD dies in the line of duty. I get the life insurance, I get the line of duty insurance, I get the big funeral, I get to schmooze around with the guys in blue. Yeah, I'm a widow now. You want to come over? I know you guys are handy. You know, I could have been married by now, my second, third marriage, but no. Had to get divorced the hard way. 17 years of hard labor, I got an early parole. That's okay. You know, my kids still blame me for marrying him. I'm like, what do you want from me, honey? I tried my best, you know? Get over it. All right, I'll increase your inheritance, all right? Am I forgiven now? So when I'm divorced, I'm staying. So, Georgia, you're going to meet somebody online? Yeah, I'll meet them online, but as long as we're not both on the dollar store line. Because I'm a nervous wreck. If you're on the dollar store line and I'm on the line, we both have problems. We should be at Spendaholics Anonymous right now instead of at the dollar store. Where do you want to meet somebody? You want to meet them online at the all-you-can-eat buffet line. That's the line I want to meet somebody on, right? They don't mind. They want to get more bang for their buck. I'll meet you later. So I did go online. I went on Match.com. I was matched with Jack Daniels. I was hungover for a week. What's time anyway? I don't give a shit. I got 7 days to kill. Hungover. Then I was on a site called Disharmony, where difficult people meet. Then I met my ex there. I left. I was actually on the site called conjugalvisits.com.
No.
I'm telling you, really, right? The Beeline bus takes you right up there. You get the discount from the county. Talk about Westchester. Those are the things about Westchester you don't know about, Tim. So you get that free ride up to, you get a discounted ride up to jail. The foreplay starts when they're patting you down for paraphernalia. Hey Norm, it's me again. Oh, you better check my crack of my ass. I think I have a nail file in there. You know, let's get this party started. They didn't go in there, so I'm dating 2 guys on death row. Well, I heard the survivor's guilt sex rocks. So, God, you know, of course, there's no electrocution, right, in New York anymore. There's just a life sentence. And those orange jumpsuits were getting me sick to my stomach, so I stopped going up there. You know, I don't want to do that shit anymore. So I said, you know, I'll just meet somebody somehow. So I just want to say that no one ever dies laughing in my audience because I know CPR. Well, you know what? I'm a retired nurse. I really am. I'm a registered nurse. I'll tell you now, after I went through all that story about my ex and that sleep apnea, you could tell I didn't love him. Otherwise, I would have tried to save him. I want to keep my reputation up as a nurse, but I am a registered nurse, now a retired nurse, so RN fits the bill. So I said, you know, why are you certifying your CPR, Georgia? Well, you know what, if a guy falls at my feet, I'm not going to let that fucking gift go away. I'm going to jump right on the guy. and I'm gonna resuscitate him, and he's gonna be thankful, and maybe I'll get a date out of it. You know, you never know. People are grateful for the weirdest reasons. So I told my coworkers I was gonna be doing stand-up. Oh my God, Georgia, how can you get on stage and tell jokes in front of strangers? Yeah, I've been giving enemas to strangers for 30 years. Really? Oh, now they're facing me? They're expecting something from me. But before, I was expecting something from them. So we're even. You know, it's really hard giving enemas to people I know. So, yeah, I know. That'd really be a way to spice up a date, don't you think? Honey, we're going to spice up our love life. I found my enema kit. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't want too much information, man. Too much information. So then, you know, I retired. So my friend said, oh, what do you want for a retirement gift? I said, oh, something in a leopard print. Now, here's what they gave me. I said, that's okay. It goes with everything. And everything goes in it, all right? That's how I feel about it. So what do you do now that you're retired? Oh, you know what? I've been working at that same hospital for 30 years, and I can't break that cycle of going over there. So instead of going 3 days a week, I go 2 days a week. And I sit in the waiting room outside the unit I worked in, critical care. And then I said, you know, my presence is very important for the visitors and the families, to see someone else in there, you know, worrying about their family member. Plus, it's a great place to start a rumor. So that system that used to be number 1 in New York is now number 2. Gee, I wonder how that happened. I don't know anything about it. And I want you to know that nurses are not promiscuous, in spite of all the shows you've ever seen. The last time I was in a 3-way involved a judge and a lawyer. Okay? Really, that's the way it goes. So while I was working in the hospital, I dated a lot of doctors. Oh my God. I dated a plastic surgeon, but he's always trying to tuck me in. It wasn't even bedtime. I dated a urologist. He's always making me piss my pants. So now I have stress incontinence. Yeah, thanks. There's so many jokes. So many doctors you could date. Really, an allergist, you made me itchy. I dated anesthesiologists, but I told him we were together, I don't feel anything. You know, the list goes on and on. I dated a guy in X-ray, we only saw the negative side of life. I dated a psychiatrist. Now I know why he has a leather couch in his office. Takes a beating, if you know what I'm saying. But then everybody in the hospital said, you know, Georgia is finally seeing a psychiatrist. Finally. No, I'm not seeing him. I'm dating him. Yeah, sure, Georgia. I break up with the guy. It's just my reputation was at risk. But the one doctor I never dated was a gynecologist. Because I said, how am I going to know where the examination ends and the relationship starts? And besides, if you're going to put me up in stirrups, I got to have a whip involved, you know? I used to be an equestrian. I've never been in stirrups without a whip or a horn or anything. So I couldn't do it. No, we're not doing that. So I don't date doctors anymore. That's why I'm trying to find someone else to date. Like, who can I date? I said, you know, maybe I should learn about sports. So I went to a sports bar during hockey season, and they were talking about the playoffs, and the guy said something about the Stanley Cup, and I said, yeah, how'd you get the name for that jockstrap? I mean, a Stanley Cup. They looked at me and they said, where are you from? I work in the hospital my whole life, I'm so sorry. I want to learn about golfers. They have a drive, they have a caddy, they hit a little ball about the size of their testicle way into somewhere, into a hole they can't see. That's the skill set I need at my age. But how many strokes is it going to take to get the ball in? Anybody say stroke? I'm a nurse. I still have skills. No problem. So I really could fit into any kind of situation. You know, and I am from Westchester, as Tim pointed out. I'll tell you something, Tim. It's all about location. You're right. Westchester is very expensive, and I happen to live in Eastchester, which is a part of Westchester. It's very confusing, I know. And as you say, my street with my zip code. So I have a Bronxville zip code, and I live in Eastchester. So forget about getting Chinese food. My street is in 3 cities: New Rochelle, Yonkers, and Eastchester. So I order Chinese food. An hour and a half goes by, I got a phone call. The guy says, I rang the bell for half an hour, you don't answer me. Sir, you never came here. Where are you? Well, in front of the hospital. No, that's New Rochelle. Forget it. I don't even bother anymore. I just make my own Chinese food from now on. But I just want everybody to know my house is on the market, and so am I. And it's all about location. I'm going to move to Intercourse, Pennsylvania, and then I'm going to have weekends in Climax, New York. Right on. And then I'll drive past Coxsackie, New York. I mean, what the fuck? Like if you can't get a date in those towns, you're screwed, you know? It's just, it's bad for my ego, I have to be honest, bad for my ego. I just wanted to say that my dentist treats me like royalty. I have more crowns in my mouth than Buckingham Palace. George, you need this, you need this, you need this. I said to my kids, you know what, honey? Remember I said about your inheritance? It's right here, I'm wearing it right here. So expensive, you think he'd put some semi-precious jewels in here? No, he didn't do it. So I have 2 kids, I raised them, they're out, they're living their lives, I'm home alone in this big house. My daughter says, Mom, stop calling me, I can't answer all your questions. I'm gonna give you Alexa.
Wow.
Oh great, who's Alexa? Artificial intelligence. Oh, speaking of AI, how's your dad doing? So I like Alexa. She answers all of my questions. She's very respectful. She never makes a mess. I love her. I told my kids I changed my will. Alexa gets a third, you get a third, and my son gets a third. I mean, come on, why not? I mean, she's a great addition to my, Are you waving to me? Oh, I thought you were a strange guy who came in and thought I was cute. Come on, I don't want to look like I'm looking for something. Yeah, sure, how can I not look like I'm looking for something? Am I stunned right now? I don't know what I have. How much minutes do I have? I have 1 minute. You tell an Italian they only have 1 minute? Well, I don't know. I'm going to end now before I make an ass out of myself. Plus, I'm recording this, so I don't want to make a jerk out of myself. All right. Thank you, everybody. It was great.
You got anything in that flask there? Well, you got more stuff in
shit,
here.
I have more.
Oh,
I only took 1 vaccine. This is my bag.
I like it.
So this works better because I don't have to bleach my mustache. You see, it comes right up. So as I said, I only date men with a mustache. Where are you, honey?
You're giving
Here
out
we go.
mustache rides?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're giving out the mustache.
All right.
And
Hey,
here.
give it up for mustache.